Hi, guys. Welcome back to a slightly different video. I have done it, guys. So I've decided the time is right, and I've decided to get Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and here we are. I was going to say this is the very first time I've flown this, but I have been doing a lot of setups, and thankfully I have been doing a lot of setups because, man, setting up these controls and these buttons and everything, it is definitely not for the faint-hearted, that's for sure. It is very fiddly trying to set all your buttons and whatnot. It is a bit of a nightmare to say the least, but we are here, and I've kind of mastering the how to operate this thing, all of the buttons and whatnot. It's definitely an interesting thing to say the least. But here we are in the cockpit of this beautiful helicopter, and we're carrying on for the theme. We're in Ladakh. We're going to do that flight we did with the Cessna. We're going to do part of it. I'm just going to change the time, and we're going to set it to April, May, June, when it's height of summer here. But we are going to do that flight we did with the Cessna. This time we won't bottom out. We'll see how far we can get. But yeah, we'll just see how different the landscape is versus Flight Simulator 2020, which in itself was such an impressive simulator for like the scenery and whatnot. But yeah, here we are in the this helicopter, and we will go and explore the stunning landscape of Ladakh, and let's see how the scenery is here, eh? Just trimming the helicopter. I've got my keys binded up for this, but once you get the hang of it, the helicopter, like when I first started flying the helicopter a few months ago, it was definitely a nightmare, to say the least. And I think I had to have some of the I call them what's the nice word for it? I use the term trainer wheels because I don't have all of the right gear and set up for really getting the most out of these helicopters, but it's enough to make it enjoyable. And believe me, flying the helicopters for the last couple of months in Flight Simulator has really brought out so much more enjoyment. Like, as you know, of my content, I do prefer the monotonous, mundane entering in your flight plan, traveling at 35,000 feet, following all of these like different procedures and whatnot. But I really like when I first got into Flight Simulator back in the 95 days, it was all like hands-on flying, and it was all exploring. Back then was revolutionary, like gaming at its absolute height, at its peak. But since getting into Flight Simulator 2004, when you could set basic flight plans, and you know, I have I have not I haven't been doing this sort of flying for a long time. When I got it's interesting, it won't pitch down for some reason. But when I got Flight Simulator Flight Simulator, sorry guys, I'm just trying to pay attention here, but when I first got Flight Simulator FSX, I did do a lot of VFR flying. Same with when I first got Flight Simulator 2020, I was really enjoying like flying over landscape and scenery and just really appreciating how far they've come in gaming. But yeah, this definitely want to get into more of this, and especially getting used to the helicopters. I'm flying the I'm just going to change that control. Actually, I can't move around, so bear with me, guys. All right, what I'm going to do is, this is a quick way, it's just to get these. Oh, wrong one. Just get these. Just doing random ones just to. All right. I'm now going to go into here, and then I'm going to. So that's down. So I want to do. Yep, that's done. Down left. What's this one? Look down right. Look down right is. Just making sure this is all correct. Right, there's one more to change, and let's see if this has made it. Which one was this one again? Look upright. Let's see if this has made it. Perfect. Yeah, so really enjoying the brief experiences I've had once I've got the controls set, of course. That was definitely an experience. But here we are. We're going to fly what we did with the Cessna 310 and look at the scenery. The scenery is just definitely so much more detail. Like this part of India is a very military presence for obvious reasons, and I can imagine getting access to real accurate data is definitely not everyone has access to that. But I mean, I didn't fly close to the ground with the Cessna, but this is still enough to really show you the difference in the landscape and the quality of the landscape. And this is just absolutely spectacular. We're just following the I believe that's the Indus River. It's definitely one of the great rivers in the world, this one. Starts life up in the Himalayas here, then it flows all the way down to, I believe, to Pakistan, and in that bay there, whatever that bay is called. I should really learn these places, but yeah, the scenery is just absolutely incredible, isn't it? And that water looks so much better in this than the previous Flight Simulator. Still really good game, but just that turquoise sort of glacial fed rivers really comes out. really stands out. But yeah, so that Indus River, it flows out, I believe it flows out around Karachi in Pakistan and into the Arabian Sea. Yeah, it definitely starts high up in the Himalayas here. Don't know where it actually begins. I'm just trying to trace it. What we should do in one of these flights is we should trace all of these rivers and see where they start life, you know. But yeah, just look at that. Look at that level of detail then in the terrain. I believe we're coming up to the. This is a very spectacular photo in real life. This is where the two rivers, the Indus River and the Zanskar River, meet. The confluence, geologists, geography people would call it. That is the Zanskar River, isn't it? The Zanskar. Just let me go on Google Maps and just get these. Yeah, it is the Zanskar River. But yeah, this is just absolutely incredible, isn't it, guys? Really, really stunning scenery out here in Ladakh. And it's cool too. It's got all like the helicopter pads, so you can see on the little map there. We're coming up to what is a helicopter pad. I'm guessing that would be a military base there. Yeah, no, absolutely. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to speed up the helicopter, the sim rate, and we'll see how far we can go, eh? But yeah, this is incredible detail, guys. Incredible scenery, and like there are lots of quirks of this new simulator that I'm going to have to get used to, and I will carry on with my other content that I like to do, like with the Fokker Friendship, more of that. Flights around Europe with the 737, the Airbus, I'll definitely stick with that for the time being until that can get all ported over. But for scenic flying like this is just absolutely breathtaking, isn't it? There is a bit of like generic texturing I have noticed, which is just comes with part of the territory, isn't it? But yeah, this is just absolutely incredible. This. So we'll do a little flight round here. We'll try and do that flight to Pudum that I did with the previous the flight with the Cessna. That was probably where it's probably around here where I almost bottomed out that first time. But yeah, look at these roads. This brings back memories of like snaking our way up these. We didn't go up this, but I can imagine this is another route people take. But if it's a walking path, I don't know. But that roads are like that in India, not like up and down like that, of course, but just snakes their way up the mountain passes. It's yeah, incredible. Incredible what people do out in these parts of the world, in these locations. I have no idea where that road disappears to, but I can imagine either was the road at one stage or it goes through the actual cliff face there. But man, you absolutely do. If there's a way for folks to get rid of these passengers, that'll be much appreciated. But they are with us with this flight, this duration of the flight, so it is what it is. But yeah, when you look up there, man, when you look up at just up into the mountains, it's just a totally different world up here, eh? And like I said a few times, I highly recommend anyone to travel up here. Maybe don't take that for like it's 100% safe or anything like that, because there are avalanches, there's rock falls, there are dangerous roads, and humans are humans, and mistakes do happen when you're on a bus on these cliff edge roads. But if you survive that, you definitely have experiences of a lifetime up here. It is just a really, really beautiful part of the world. But yeah, how do I figure this out? When you're flying around mountains, it really pays to be. I might change that to. So when I come around here, Cargill's all the way over there, isn't it? And I believe that valley that we went down was through here. I'm trying to think now where to go. What do you reckon, folks? Should we try and just go? Let's go up and over, eh? Let's see how far we can push this, and let's see if we can. Instead of going through that whole valley there, let's make this just a shortish flight. It's still probably going to run up as an hour-long flight, but we will push this machine to her limits, and we will try and see if we can aim it for this little saddle over here. Just pop over the little saddle. And what I might do is the terrain is really there is very little in the way of like oxygen up here, and we are definitely putting this helicopter to its limits. But we will see if we can maybe land it on one of these mountains and have a little wander around, because that is a really cool feature. I'm enjoying. I do wish we have the options to, fly like in people do around the world, like have windows and doors open and not like jump out of the plane, that sort of thing. I do hope that they can implement the ability for you to like open up the door and maybe just like click a yes or no box if you want to jump out of the plane or helicopter or whatnot. It would be cool to have that ability, but this definitely looks like glacial up here. Oh, can she do it? This is really, really pushing it to the edge. Oof, right over, down to the valley below. And I'm just going to see where we are in this world. Right, I'm going to try and fly to that really lovely mountain that I drove past when I did this years and years ago, back in 2206. Right, I'm just going to try and find a place to land, and then I'm going to just see where I am in this world. Right, let's just see where we are, eh? I want to go to Kun and Nun Mountain. because that area in Flight Simulator 2020 was pretty average regarding the default so we're so that's the valley that we flew up, that we flew over this mountain range here. So that where I want to go is probably over here somewhere. Where's Kargil? I need to find Kargil. Then from Kargil, in real life, we would have come down this valley here. This must be it here. I think I've found it, folks. That's where I want to go, right over here. So we are over there. I want to... Basically, we are following this valley around. So we are... Where are we in relation to? I'm just using Google Maps, which is really good. I can use this and use Google Maps on my phone to really see where I'm at. So we want to go to this mountain here. This is really pretty, and this is where the scenery wasn't that great. So that's the Suru Valley. That's Kun and Nun mountain over here, and this is the road that takes us to Padum. So we're a little way. We'll try and get there. Okay. So I wonder if I can put a... Oh, cool. That's a really cool feature. Right. Let's see if we can fly our way over there. Okay. I do like doing that. That's what helicopters do. They just basically fall off the edge and then they just pick up airspeed and away they go. So I'm not too sure if this is... I'm not too sure if we're going to be following, if that is the valley that we did that takes us to Padum. And I'm not too sure if this valley will take us all the way to Kun and Nun mountain, but we'll see where it goes. By the looks of it, it doesn't. I'm just going to speed up the simulator again. So that's good. Where you're pointing is where you're heading, so that's good to know. And we'll have to go to the oh, that's cool. It shows you where you're going on here too, so that's a good reference. But we'll have to definitely go up to the Sanshin Glacier again, go over to the Nirba Valley, go over that highest motorable pass in the world and check that out. And it zooms out if you get too far away from your flight plan, which is good to know. So it's good to know if you click on the map here, you can set like individual waypoints and just go straight to those locations. Without too much fuss, which is brilliant. And we'll take these passengers to the glacier up there. We'll drop them off at that glacier and let them do their little hike. And we'll actually just, to end the flight, we won't fly back to Leh, but what we will do is we will find one of those little helicopter pads and we'll fly to one of those, okay? And we'll land there. But I can imagine that would be like a glacier in real life too. But this scenery, this terrain is just makes me want to do so many things right now. I want to go explore so many locations. I'm just going to go over this little ridge here, go over this saddle, then... Oh, do I need to do that? Actually, yeah, I think the main road was on the other side of the ridgeline. That might be Kun Mountain just over there that we can see. That's either Kun or Nun Mountain. And it's on the other side that has the... Oh, we're quite far away from it, aren't we? Actually... No, I do want to go over there, actually. Can see the rocks there, like how they implemented those rocks there. That's pretty cool. That looks like definitely like a glacier down there too. But yeah, this is stunning, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. Right, according to this, we're about 21 nautical miles away, so we're definitely making ground. I could imagine in real life you would not be doing this with a helicopter. There would definitely be a bit more turbulence than what we're experiencing, if we are experiencing anything. Almost there, folks. I might speed it up one more time, just get this show under the road a bit more. Sorry for the stutteriness of it. Yeah, we're almost at our destination, folks. Going to check out this massive glacier and what are one of the tallest mountains in India. Find a place to drop our passengers off, and then we'll follow the this valley around. And yeah, we are here, folks. We are here. Right, that's the valley that we would have flown down with the previous flight. That's the valley you would take if you're traveling by car to Budum. But here we are. This is. I'm not too sure which one's which, if that's just one mountain or they are named after their separate peaks, but we are definitely at. It's either Kun or Nun. I think looking at Google Maps, when I'm looking at it on my phone, they are pretty much just. It's one massive mountain range, but that's Kun and that's Nun. They're named after their peaks are actually like individually named. It's not just one big mountain. I mean, it is in a sense one big mountain, but I think this whole area is just one big mountain range. So yeah, these are the different peaks. That must be Kun and Nun there, and we will just trying to find. Actually, we are going to go over this little ridgeline, and the actual main glacier, by the looks of it, it's just over this this ridgeline here. So we will. You can see all of these glacial, all of these ice formations. It really stands out so well in this game, and you can almost see the colors too, like that. The blues really stand out like they would in real life. Not that I've been to any glaciers, but I have been to the mountains many times, and you see that deep blues when as the sunlight's trapped in the snow. But yeah, I think it's just over this little ridge line here. We will land on the glacier, drop our passengers off, and then we'll figure out where the closest like marked helicopter pad is on here. I thought the glacier was like, that's very steep. Oh, is that the glacier? No, this is the glacier just around the corner here, I think. Yeah, here we are. Here's the actual glacier, one of the longest glaciers in the world. So we're going to land on this glacier here, drop the people off to explore the ice formations. Oof. I'm just going to try that again. That will do, guys, for that landing. That was a bit heavy. And I think I've got a button set to turn the rotor brake on. Right, we'll get out, eh? We'll have a little look around here. Can we just open up these doors individually, or do I jump in? We'll find out. Perfect, that's good. Right, these guys are coming out to do their research on ice formations. Try not get too close to these propellers. And what we will do is we'll get still trying to get used to these controls. Right, let's go back into this plane, eh? We'll just pretend these passengers don't exist. We'll turn off that propeller brake. And let's see how we clear this thing. So, do we... Right, we'll try and get to this... That's annoying, this won't... It won't let me remove this thing here, which is... Right. Right, let's follow this this glacier down to the valley below, and we'll... We might just land at the bottom of this valley here, because I've got a few things I need to do, but we will... Let's see how it goes, eh? Follow this glacier all the way down, see where it goes. But yeah, this is just absolutely breathtaking, this. You can see the that glacial look to it. Really comes out now, doesn't it? Into the main valley. What it does, folks, we'll just... Oh. We'll just pretend this is where we picked up those passengers from. Well, this is going to be our base, so we'll just land at one of these houses here. It's even got like a little bridge there, which is really cool. Bridges we're definitely lacking in Flight Simulator 2020. Oh, that was heavy. Right, folks, I think we'll call it at that, okay? Right, thanks heaps for watching this video, and we will see you in another video. We'll do some more exploring around here, and then we'll mix it up between that and doing some Flight Simulator 2020 flights. But thanks heaps for that, guys. We'll see you again next video.